Hello YouTube fans, welcome to my channel. I'm Darlene. Come on in and let's do your reading today. Let me see if I've got these cards kind of sort of straight here. I just want to get my business out of the way real quick. Thank you all for being here. I value your time so much. I know we're all very busy people. And anytime you react with one of my videos, it is greatly appreciated, whether that's hitting the like button or subscribing or making a comment. That is very, very appreciated. And I do try to respond to my comments. I don't get to it maybe the same day, but I try to. And I am interested in knowing where everybody's from. So leave me a comment and just say what country or what state, if you're in the United States, you're from. I think that's very, very interesting. I'm intrigued by that a bit. And again, just thank you. I'm just getting started here on YouTube, so all that really, really matters for me. But more importantly, it means the YouTube algorithm will push this message out to a broader audience, which means it will more likely get to the family and the loved ones that it's meant for. Okay. Now today I'm bringing through a gentleman, and this is a pretty straightforward reading. He was a car salesman, he's telling me, and I'm not going, this next comment is not coming from me, so I don't want you to think I'm being judgmental. It's coming from him. He's saying, I was an unremarkable person and I led an unremarkable life. Again, that's not coming from me, that's coming from him. But he's, let me just bring this energy in closer here, just a second here. But he's telling me the story that at one point in his life, he was a little bit more, and I'm searching for the right word. I'm trying to, you know, they give me sometimes an essence of something, not a word, and sometimes they give me words. So this is an essence. I'm trying to find the right word. He was, I want to say gregarious, but that's not the word. It's more like he was a little bit more out there in terms of his personality. A little bit more out there. Not in a... this is so hard, y'all. I'm sorry I'm having trouble putting this into words. He was a little freer with his personality to be who he was. And then as life bore down on him, he became more inward. He became more reserved. That's really what I'm feeling. How he went out of the world was just a very quiet, more reserved kind of person. Now that being said, he was very good at what he did. Like I said, he was a car salesman, and he was very good. Now, all the salesmen I've ever known, they kind of had to have some personality and be a little bit more outward oriented. And I think that the skill he had that made him good was that he could turn that on and off. He could turn it on and off when he needed to be. I can't use the word charismatic because that's not what I'm feeling. He wasn't that, again, words. It just wasn't that. But he's telling me the story, and I believe this message that I'm bringing through today is for the woman that would have been his wife or would have been his main romantic partner in his life. He apparently drank at one point in his life, drank alcohol, and to the point of it, he was addicted. He was an addict, so to speak, an alcoholic. And I believe that tore your marriage apart, probably your family, although he's not showing me children. If you had children, that he's just not showing me that. But this message, again, is for you, the viewer, the woman. And so these cards are just telling more about that story, that there was a comeuppance at a time where it just the truth had to be told. And you apparently, I think you, although don't have that card here, but the energy feels like it broke your marriage apart. So I don't know who left who. I suspect you went your way and left him to his own. And then what I'm hearing though is, but that was a bit of a wake-up call. I don't think he got help right away. I think it took him some time. But what he's coming through to tell you, the message, the whole purpose of him channeling through me today, is that I don't think you were in touch when he passed. And what he wants you to know is, I think everybody that had known him at one point in his life earlier on thought that he was still drinking and didn't think well of him. And he's telling me he died of like a heart attack. It was just pretty quick, just a heart attack. He said, and he's laughing. He said, I died like I lived, kind of unremarkable. Just 1 minute I'm breathing, 1 minute I'm gone. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm hoping I get to go out that quickly. That would be a blessing, really. So, but the point is, he wants to tell you that he was not drinking. I think for some reason there was this question or gossip that once you found out he had passed, that there was gossip about the drinking and all that, and he's saying no, he had cleaned himself up, so to speak. He was not drinking. That had nothing to do with his passing, and so he wants you to know that. But he also wants to come through and tell you just simply he's sorry. He's sorry that he didn't get it together, so to speak, earlier, like when you were together, and when it could have made a difference. He could have saved your romance, your relationship. He's saying that you were the most love. I want to say this like this is what he's saying. You were the most love I'd ever experienced. So apparently you were very, very giving in your love and your relationship. Open is the word I'm hearing too. Very open with your feelings and the way you loved him. And I think you loved him with all your heart, until he couldn't. And I'm familiar with alcoholics, and they can push you away. So I feel like what happened here. He just pushed you away, and then there just wasn't a foundation there anymore. That he just left you out in the cold, and then eventually put himself out in the cold, really. He was just, and I can't put my finger on, he's not showing me what this pivotal moment was that either made him start drinking or that made him, he's not showing me what that was. I think he was a pretty private person in those regards. He didn't share that. It wasn't some obvious thing, probably. Maybe you didn't even know. Maybe you had no clue. But whatever it was a secret he kind of kept to himself, that whatever that was the trigger for him. Let me see what else is under here. He held that secrets. He held that pretty close to his vest. And I think he did that. Again, he was, what he's showing me, the picture of him he's showing me, is that he was, again, that was like, he was the salesman guy, and he could be that outgoing person for a little bit, but he was basically kind of withdrawn most of the time. When he was in his natural state, he was withdrawn, he was quiet, he kept to himself. I think he lived alone, most of his life, after you. And he just kind of kept all that in his own head, kind of, again, kept to himself. He could come out when he needed to do his job, but other than that, he kind of built a wall around himself, frankly. And now he's telling me, or the cards are telling me, you were his wish fulfillment. You truly were. You were the happiest. I mean, actually hear him say, you were the happiest I was in my life, in the relationship with you, until he broke your heart and you went away. That's what these cards are telling me. Yeah, you went away. You made a different choice. You went on about your life. You decided to balance your life and how you needed to live and do what was healthy for you. Let me see if there's anything else he wants to say. He basically just wanted to come in and apologize for having hurt you, for having to put you through that, through the experience of all that, and mostly for pushing you away in that way, because he keeps reiterating he truly loved you with all his heart. He loved you. And he knew that you loved him. That was the sad thing, I think. He knew that you loved him like nobody else had ever loved him. And that's what broke his heart, was that the very thing he loved, the very person he loved most, he pushed you away. So that's the message he wants to bring to you today. And I hope that this message resonates and finds its way to the person it's meant for. That's always my goal. And if that's all I have. He's pulling his energy back. So I hope you guys like this kind of reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. I might be reading you and your family next time, or your deceased loved ones. So thank you all again for being here. I appreciate you so very much, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.